There is no whatever. Okay. Okay.
Really? Yeah. What am I missing with this? I'm trying to get the feeling that I'll find and introduce you as Alright. Okay, what time is it? We good? 12:03. Okay, very good. Thank you guys for coming back. For those of you who haven't been here before, thank you for coming the first time. And anybody who is on Zoom, thank you for showing up too. And biggest thanks of all to Ahmed, who I cannot believe is doing this again the same way with everything else. Yes, good job. You can't round of applause for Ahmed. He's a very selfless person. For anybody who's Zooming, I'm going to ask you right now to please mute yourselves. And later when he's doing questions, you can unmute yourself, I guess, if you have a question. But we just don't, want to hear your cat meowing or whatever else is going on in the background. Okay? So take it away, Ahmed.
Thank you. Hello. So I'm going to present about Endnote today. So I'm going to say my story, how I started with Endnote again. So when I started the school here, I struggled with references when I was doing my papers, and until I got Endnote introduced in Dr. Handyside's class, program planning. So I found it amazing and decided just to use after that lecture. So since then until today, I've been using it. It's been so useful. I have been saving a lot of time, and because for me it was headache just doing the references. Because what happens is that you write your paper and then you go back to your references and do one by one and kind of write the number in there and then go at the bottom. It's kind of a headache. So Endnote saves this energy from you and it does it automatically for you. So that's what we'll be talking about. So the outline, I hope everyone has their Endnote downloaded from LLU, my LLU. Then I will show you briefly how to create your own library. And then we're going to be talking about two aspects. Because when you get the assignments or the research projects, first you have to search for articles. So you need to build your library and then organize your library and do the reading. So that's the first section of the workshop. And then the second section is now citing your references. So while you're typing in your Word documents, you need to cite your references. That's what we'll be talking about in the end. So I hope everyone have their Endnotes. As I mentioned, that's the procedures or the structure of downloading your Endnotes. I suggest that you create your own library, because when you open Endnote, sometimes there's nothing in there. So you go file and create a new library, and you just name it whatever you like, your name or anything you like. So now, that's the fun part, importing a reference. So there are two ways of importing a reference or looking for references. So you can use Endnote to look for references, or you go to any website to PubMed to search for references. So the first method is online search. So as you see, if you have your Endnotes open, if you want to follow with me, and then I can also go to Endnote and we can work on it together. So yes, and they have the small sheets via your Mac. That's tells you because I'm using PC Endnotes. So on the left side, you will see this bar. There's books, and there's the one in the middle says online search mode. So if you click on this online search mode, this page will open up for you. And then you have the option. First, you have to choose the library that you want to search from, or the database that you want to search from. So here you see there are some options that's mostly used, and one of them is PubMed. If you have another database that you want to search from, you go at the bottom here. It says more, and then opens all the other databases, and you can just choose anyone you want.
Is the Loma Linda library on here?
It's not here, but I will be talking about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then you have the options here. So I think when you open it, says the author, so you can change it to whatever you want. So you can search by author, you can search by title, you can search by any field that you want. So for me, most of the time I'll put any field if I want to just search for a big picture about my topic. And here on the right, where you write whatever you want to search. So I put a title here, or just walnuts and cardiovascular disease, for example. And if you choose author here, you have to put the author's name. And then after you do this, you press search, and then articles will show up in the bottom. And we can do this together, I think. So if you go to the globe and then choose PubMed, and here they said the author gives you many options of we choose old field. And here when you click more, or the other databases here. Loma Linda library is not here, but there is a way to link Loma Linda library, and they will show you it. For now, we have PubMed, and when we write walnuts and cardiovascular disease, and then search, so we have 1 to 57 articles. And also you can limit your articles. You can write 10 here, so it's going to show you all the 10 articles. So we have 57, which is fine.
For some reason, mine only shows 14.
Maybe this the difference on the search you want to do. I mean,
Walnuts.
whatever you write in there.
Walnuts and CBD.
Yeah.
All fields.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So and then, so that's the online search. So let's say that you have the article, so you don't know what to choose. So the first thing that's when you're searching online for, if you are in Google or in PubMed that you want to search, you look at the abstract. So you see in the right here, if you go to the bottom, you see the abstract. So you can read it, you can get sense of whether it fits your search or your topic that you're gonna search on. And then you decide whether you want to use it or not. So let's say that you found the first 4 or 5 useful, and then you're gonna use these ones. So you see this icon here, says copy to local library. For Mac user, it looks different, then you have the letter paper. So copy to local library. And when you go back, so here, the online search here, your local library mode. So that's your library here, basically. And you have all the articles here. Any question?
Did you just put that in your local library?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Can you, sorry, I was just looking for the icon. Can you do that again?
Yeah. So when you choose the article that you wanna, your local library, here's the icon. Copy to local library. And they go straight to your local library.
And your local library is on the left.
On the left, yes. Okay. That's the online search. Okay. The other way, because sometimes it depends on your mood. Sometimes you want to use the Endnote to search for articles. Sometimes no, you want to go online, you go Google, or you just search in different websites. So, for example, most of us, we go to PubMed and search for articles, and there is a way of importing the reference to Endnote library. For Mac users, though, Safari doesn't support this feature, so you have to use Firefox or Google Chrome to do this. And we can do it together. So if we go to PubMed, and again, on notes or any area that you want to search, it's not necessary that you know, what am I writing? Okay, so many articles show up in there, and from here, then you're going to decide whether you want to use those articles for your research or not. So if you decided to use the articles, you just mark the ones that you wanna use, right? And the right here, one is send to. You go to send to, and it says citation manager, and at the bottom says create file. When you click on that, right away, the references go to your library, to Endnote automatically. You don't have to do anything else. It just goes straight there. Okay?
I get this box here on the Safari.
Oh, here for Safari, you have to choose the library. That's the difference. Even if you use Firefox, you have to choose your library.
And okay.
And then just choose it again, and then it's gonna go there right away. Okay. So as you see that we have here imported references 5, and here we have all references 10. So the first 5 that we search online through Endnote online library, and those ones, so we have total of 10 references.
Is it called something else on that instead of my library when it's showing this?
You go to your library. So whatever you name your library, you go
Okay.
to it. So you can go to Endnote 7, and take you there. Yeah, just say okay.
Okay, thank you. So I still need to create the library because it's just going into online references.
Oh, you have to go. You go to your library. If you're online, so that's your library. So yeah, your references. So the ones you just imported, the 3 articles, so they are here. So that's your local library. That's online.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. So here are other names because if you go to different databases. So you might see something called import into Endnote, download citation manager, exports, or Endnote. So anything related to Endnote or import and exporting, just choose that. That will submit your Endnote library. So I think all the databases they had going to Endnote. So just need to find it. So now we have the references. Okay, we have 10 references here, but we don't have the PDF folders in there. And there is a way that you can search and Endnote for the PDF. So if you highlight the references that you want to search for the PDF folder. So basically you see this icon here, find bold text. If you click on find bold text, Endnote will search for the PDF folder file for you. So you see, found 2, 1, 2, and still searching for the third one. And sometimes, so the third one, Endnote couldn't find it. So sometimes the articles that you have to pay for, or you can get it from LLU library. So yeah.
Or sometimes it gives you an online link to that file.
Yes, most of the time they give you the link along with the PDF file. It gives you the link as well. And
but if they don't have it, then what do you do next?
oh, you have to purchase, because even within the LLU library, there are some articles you cannot get from the library.
Sometimes
So you have to pay for it. And
yeah, sometimes you can't search for it, then you would have to do other search on Google and get the PDF, and then you can attach that PDF file to that specific article.
yeah. or you go to the librarian, the one in the books, what is it, the library. Here they can find the articles for
An
you.
attached option too.
Yes, yeah. There's an option where if you have the article that you want to attach it, you just right click and then here file, attachments, and attach file. You just attach the article in there. Okay. So there's Lay actually the one introduced this new feature for Endnote that you can link your LLU library into Endnote.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can search from Endnote. So I created 3 new slides just to go step by step the way to do it. And so I have it here, but I mean I can just go and do it with them together. And then we're gonna have the slides uploaded in Canvas.
They're already up there, yeah.
Yeah.
The slides are on Google Drive, but
So if we go to LLU page,
But do Firefox too.
it doesn't matter. Yeah. So if you go to libraries, and then you see here on the top, my library account. And you click in this one, this page will open up, and you just choose them. You don't have to sign in, just choose the link up there. Okay.
I'm sorry, Emma, can you just go back just one? Where did you pull this up?
Okay. So when you go to the libraries, you see my library account. Okay. Click on that one,
Okay.
and then you copy the link.
and Betty, this whole presentation is being recorded and we'll be putting that on Canvas.
Thank you very much.
So when you copy the link, you go to your Endnote again. You go to Edit, Preferences, and here find full text, and you see the URL, what is that? Authenticate with URL, and you paste it here. Apply, and OK. And then when you go to the reference that you want to find an article, let's say this one, you just right click, find full text, authenticate, and then it takes you to your LLU library, and then just sign in. Just search through there. Okay. I just learned this one 2 days ago, so I'm just sharing it with you. They have in the slides as well.
You have to log in each time with each.
You know, you just log in
Just
once, yeah. They have all the steps here. Okay.
You guys all hot in here, or is it okay? It's just the pressure.
It is a little stuffy. So when you, handy slides.
Yes.
Okay, so when you do the right click
Mm-hmm.
and then
You go to find references.
find references, update. Again, I'm interested in
Find full text.
find full text, that's right.
Yeah.
Find full text.
Authenticate. Yeah, you choose.
Okay.
Right.
So I must have already authenticated.
Authenticate.
My authenticate is shadowed out. Where does it throw it in Mac? It's like it's throwing it somewhere. I can't. It's just supposed to pull the URL and then you put the URL.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it throw the URL in the Mac?
Oh, okay, yeah. So can well, maybe one online for Mac users. When you go to Endnote, here, preferences.
Okay.
So that's different. And then find full text, then you have the URL here.
But do I just,
Yeah. So you need the link.
and where do I get the link then from?
Oh, you can from the LLU.
If I want to find this in the LLU library, should I ask you this offline mechanism?
Yes. So if you go to your LLU library, I do it before we log in. I'm pretty sure we can do this. So if you copy and paste them, and then you go to your library.
And Endnotes.
Yes. And then Endnote 7 preferences, and then you paste it here, and then you save.
Yeah, then you should be able to search.
Okay.
But it doesn't show up.
And then you go back. Right, click here.
It was the same. For example,
Find full text. That takes you to the okay. Someone online have Mac and needs to know this, please let me know.
Pardon?
I mean for online.
Yeah.
Monitoring Endnote for new PDF folders. I like this step because sometimes you have articles, you have the PDF folders in your laptop that you have been searching for a long time, and then you want to use those articles into your research, but you don't want to go one by one and search for each one of them. Basically, what this feature, what it does, that you have a folder, and then you sync your EndNote to this folder. So whenever you add or drag any PDF folder in this folder, it just goes straight to your library and creates the reference. The PDF folder will be attached and everything. So basically, you go to Edit for Mac, you go to EndNotes, and then you go to Preferences, and then you choose PDF handling. You choose author, year, title, and then you select the folder. Basically, sorry. This we can do it together as well. Okay. So for my folder here, I created a PDF. I have a folder created PDF. So I'm going to use this one to link my library with it. So if I go to EndNotes and Edit, Preferences, PDF handling, author, and then select the PDF folder. So I selected it. Choose, enable automatic importing. So make sure you mark this one. Apply, and OK. So I already have some articles here that I want to import there. So I just drag them to the PDF folder. And then when I go to EndNotes, they're going to come straight here. It takes a while, it takes up to a minute or less. It's importing.
My experience with that is that sometimes when you do have a PDF file, sometimes it will not be able to import. Actually, a lot of times it will not be able to import the PDF file.
Okay. So
I'm not sure, is there a reason why?
Okay, so maybe if it's an old PDF file, then they might not find it because it reads the DOI number, reads that number. So if the article doesn't have that number, it cannot read it for you. So therefore, you have to search it manually or look up. And then also you can, because sometimes it doesn't come right, and then you just updated the reference. It's kind of like sometimes it fixes it for you, sometimes no.
Because when you have hundreds of articles, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to actually import all the PDF file into the
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know, from my experience, I have done this before when maybe not many. So if I upload 10, use this feature with 10 articles, maybe one or so that I need to do manually. I'll
Maybe
just
we
try
have to
to
think
find
about why you have hundreds of articles. Yeah, maybe we need to have a little intervention for you.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Field research.
Okay. Okay. No. And also sometimes if you are using a web page, let's say maybe American Diabetes Association that cannot link it, so you have to insert a reference manually or a note as well. So let's say that we are searching from this association. Okay. So I search something from here, and then I have the link, right? When you go to Endnotes, you have, so either you go to references and add a new reference, or basically just click here, new reference, or Control N. So when you click on it, here on the top, references type. So you choose the reference type, any type that you have or anything. For example, for our case, page and author will be American Diabetes Association. All right, and I have the link, so I added here as well. And you have the years, you can just fill up the blank, the title or whatever, walnuts. Anything, and then you have the dates in here. Where is it? You add the access year, and then sometimes, or most of the time, you have the updated dates. So you enter it here. Once you're done, you just exit and you press yes to save the reference in your library, and you have it here. Okay. Do you have any question about that? All right. So create a new group. Basically, when you have your library, so when you are doing more than one research or more than one paper, so you have different topics for this class or for the other class or different research projects. So you don't want to get confused and have all the articles and all references. So you need to create a group for each research. So when you go to groups, create group, or I prefer to go to Endnote. So you go group, create a group, or basically you see here my group, and then you right click and you create a group, and then you just name it whatever you like. And I did one, so I have walnuts and cardiovascular disease here. And I have the references here, so the ones I imported that I'm gonna use for cardiovascular disease. So I chose the ones and basically just drag them to the group. So now we have 3 here in your walnuts and cardiovascular disease group. You have 3 articles, and when you go up here, all references, so you see all of them here. But here it kind of organizes your references. Diabetes, you can choose other ones that you want to search by the diabetes, and you have them here. Okay. Any question about that? No. Comments, suggestions, questions?
Do we, are we gonna talk about, if we already have the PDF, how we could put that into Endnotes as well?
Yeah, we just talked about it. I don't know, maybe you missed it when you do the handling.
Okay, that was for the American Diabetes Association?
No. So we have PDF files, right? That's what you're asking.
Yes.
So you link your EndNote with the folder that has the articles. So for your case, for Mac, if you go to EndNote on the top, and then you see preferences.
Oh, this is where I got lost. Okay, because
Yeah.
preferences is on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferences and PDF handling. Then you just choose author, and then you select the folder. Either has
From my hard drive.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it. Another way is just to go to import. File, and then import PDF. File or folder.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the folder. If you have a folder, if
Okay.
you go to the folder route, then that folder should contain your PDF files.
Okay.
But if you do the file, you can do individual PDF file.
Okay. I think I can handle it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So create a smart group. So this one is kind of, they have many articles, so 100, 200, 500 articles, and within those references that you doing research and diabetes or something, so you want to find those references that talks about diabetes, for example, or talks about cardiovascular disease, for example, and you want to only choose those ones. You don't want to go through all the articles in there, so you just want to choose a specific one. So the way you do create, if you go to groups, create smart group, you click on and then you just name it whatever you want. So let's say cardiovascular disease, and here you choose. So if you want to, sometimes you want to search for authors, for an author, for a person that you want to search on, or let's say any field or title that you want to search on. And then you just type down whatever you want to search. So when you create it, you have it, so right away 15 articles come to this library. So all the articles talk about cardiovascular disease.
How can you tell it's a smart group on the icons?
You see it looks different. This one I created it before.
Okay. So the regular group looks
Yeah.
like diabetes.
We
just a
do
regular folder.
another example, let's say walnuts. Let's search in walnuts and any field and walnuts. So create, so we have,
And that is only taken from your local database.
yes, from your local library. Good.
And this is so my EndNotes is not in a cloud, it's on my hard drive.
Yes.
Okay.
You can,
You can have other clouds too, but you have to create an account with EndNote.
yes, they give you 2 years for free.
Okay.
That you
Thank
can
you.
sync it. And there's
Thank
an option there. You can sync
So
it.
You don't want to be in the cloud, do you?
Huh?
You don't-
You know what, if I could figure this out right here, I'll go to the cloud later. One step at a time.
Yeah. Okay, now access and notes from MS Word. So that's so after you organize your library, you have your references, you did some reading, and then now it's time for typing down, and you want to use those references for your paper. So if we open any Word document, we're familiar with this. So if you are, let's say that you are here or anywhere and you are reading from this article, for example, right? So you type stuff in there. I know I write so fast here. And when you go to, oh, notes is not here. How come?
References. Insert EndNotes right there.
Insert.
To the left.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe version. What's the difference here? So what's different here?
Further to your left.
Sorry? Oh,
Further to your left. Up,
no.
Oh.
It's not showing on the toolbar.
That's fine, it's here.
Okay, the plugins insert.
Oh, we have more than one.
Insert.
You know, Lee, why it's showing like this?
Not
This
sure
one
why,
is-
because you probably don't have EndNote on here. Partly. Wait, is it down there? Can you go down to the, there's an icon to the taskbar? Taskbar at the bottom?
Where?
If you want to pass further, you know, where the little icons are next to start.
The
start.
icon right next to the word.
Come here.
So I don't see, is that it?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay.
So in order to insert, then you just go, where is it? You should this one, but it's not popping up.
Actually, there's something on SharePoint.
Is it the same version of EndNote?
Well, see, also, there's
I think we
something,
need to update.
well, yeah, but also, there's like options, and then you have add-ins. And it should show your add-ins that you want.
You should have automatic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
automatically there's there.
Yeah, but sometimes they get disabled, but they're not disabled.
I think you might have to update your EndNote.
Let me try that one. You know how to update it? We
You know how to update the software? Is that-
Go to EndNote, the software itself.
to
Should be help check for updates.
no. Yeah, and another. And then never faced this before. Yeah,
Shukran, Razilan.
shukran. It's there.
And was there a whole time? Or is
No,
that-
yeah, no, after we did the update, it's there. Thank you, Lee. Awesome. So we have to update and notes. Let's go back to the. Okay, so I have my library here. So you are typing whatever, and then you go to Endnote. You see the bar in the right. You just click on it, and then insert citation. Insert selected citation.
It shouldn't give you the abstract.
No, so you have to change it here. You change the style. So if you want to use APA style, it fixes it for you. If you want to use numbered, gives you the number.
Just the author name in here, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is, okay.
When you in-text citation.
So when you want to take the citation from EndNotes and put it in your references in your document, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So on Mac, it's just
That's
totally
okay.
different.
And also you can choose more than one reference at a time. So just say 3 references that you wanna cite to the same sentence. You do the same thing, insert citation. I wanna show you something in here. If you look at the second reference, it says association AD. So you know, because you write it down for us now, we know because we typed American Diabetes Association, but because we put in the author, and EndNote reads as a name. So now for EndNote says this one the last name, first name, and initial, right? The initial. So the way you fix it is very simple. So if you go to American Diabetes Association in your EndNotes, double click. So you have the author here, American Diabetes Association. Basically, you just put comma in the end. Once you put comma, you say yes, and then you go to your Word documents, updates, references. So you see American Diabetes Association.
That is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Molly is facing.
It saves, well, actually, no, it saves the author because I just say, all of your references are jacked up and you need to go back and fix them. And then they go, oh, okay, I don't know how. And that was just brilliant. This little comma and it's all
So
beautiful.
what about if you want just the authors in parentheses, for example, ADA parentheses?
Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, yeah, because after first reference, you can just do ADA, so, yeah. So you
What do you
might,
mean by that? I don't know.
so the first time you're gonna use it is gonna be American Diabetes Association, and then you're gonna put in brackets ADA, so that you can use it, you know, then on subsequent uses, you're just gonna do ADA. So I'm wondering how you do that, or if you have to do that manually. Do you think they have to do that manually?
So the citation, I mean, when
Yeah, I mean,
you're
can you use the
typing.
acronym? Can you use the acronym?
Oh, like you
instead?
mean
So like,
here?
instead of doing Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, you just, on the second reference, you can do CDC.
I can try, go back.
I think, are you saying here in the reference or here?
In the paper.
In
In
the
the
paper, like
paper.
when, for your in-text citation.
Okay, so when you go right click, edit citation, and then I think more, no, sorry. Boop, 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 boop.
I was just thinking that when you said
Yeah.
it, it's like, I wonder how they do it for like the acronyms.
Other way out. I had it figured out.
Edit citation, nice.
Wait, field. Oh, so here you choose the way that you want it to appear.
But you have to type it in yourself and then have it as an option?
Yeah, and
or-
you have so you have other option that you type it by
Oh, okay.
yourself, and then stick in there.
To the prefix and suffix.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes the style that the structure needs or the journal that you choose it from here.
So for each citation, again, you have to do
Yeah.
that.
Most of the time that you need for a whole page, references.
Yeah, you're mostly gonna be having regular authors, but every now and then if you have like
Yeah.
CDC or ADA
Yeah.
or American Heart Association, whatever, you're just gonna have to do it. It won't happen a lot. It's not gonna be-
Now it's gonna happen a lot, Molly.
It's gonna happen.
You
just-
See what I
you
did?
just-
See what I did? I just-
Karma, baby.
I ruined it for everybody. I mean, you have a lot of CDC references or a lot of other references like that, but it's not gonna be as frequent as the regular authors. But yeah, I totally jinxed it. you especially, sorry.
I'm just a baby at this.
Let's see what else. And
Seriously, you should go back after and watch too.
I'd really like, I'd love this if it was in Mac. The differences of Mac and PC are significant, especially for us babies.
We had Leah on Thursday, which was great because she was able to do that.
she's assisting Mac users. She's like, she's
Or
on the
Thursday, yeah, I was gonna say.
Wednesday.
I couldn't make it Wednesday.
Yeah. And also sometimes the fonts of the references are different than the manuscript, and the way you fix it for Mac is different. I can tell you about it. This one. So you see this arrow here, the small icon. You click on it, you go to the layout, and then you choose from here. Text font, so you want to put 12, and also here. So here, I mean, this one, the text format, this one, if you want to add references in there. All right. Like, click, so it comes here. And then you're going to put it in the right or in the middle, it's up to you. And what else? You have the reference, you want to change, you want to bold the reference, just the reference itself, that does it for you.
Or if you want to have a double space between just one, the first site, the first bibliography.
Yeah, same
versus
thing
the next one.
in here. So we have the
Space,
and then
line space.
line spaces, yeah. 1.2 or double or
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Lee will catch you on that.
what does he want? Does he want a single or?
I think he wants a single on the first one, and then between them is the double.
Okay. Okay. So that's the way from here. Here, the style, again, you can choose, and if you go select another style, gives you all the other options there. Okay. We just took that over. What else? Let me see. I think that's all. And I added here some links for EndNote tutorials, and they have some free tutorials you can benefit from. Yeah.
And keep your database clean.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because if you do multiple papers, for example, and because some of your papers will kind of lean on very similar topics, so you need to create a database in terms of papers, but in a very organized format, so you don't go back and you don't have to go back and ask.
So make a specific library for each project, and then you have your smart groups or your subgroups within each library. Yeah, I don't think I've never thought it was a good idea to have one giant library, even with smart groups or other groups inside of it. I think you should have a specific library for each project, for each paper you're doing. And then you can further segment it down by doing the smart groups and stuff. Because you know, what if you're talking about one aspect in a lit review and then the next aspect, it's nicer to have them clumped. It's just the same idea as using folders on your desktop or in your My Documents or whatever. I mean, you want to have everything loose and roaming, or have it, you know,
Because
nice.
if you don't, you're going to regret it later.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Especially if there's a systemic problem or something. If there's a systemic problem in one little library, it's going to be pretty easy to fix as opposed to your entire database of all your hundreds of articles. I still think that's just whatever. And so,
And I think the best way to deal with EndNote is just start using it. That's what I think the best thing. So just start using it. In the beginning, maybe you're gonna struggle for a little bit, and you need to go back. I mean, and then once you get used to it, it's gonna be like so smooth. It's gonna be so easy. You're gonna be an expert, and then you're gonna be able to teach as well.
We're gonna take your job.
Yeah.
his job when she's not getting paid.
Like what I'm
Is
doing
that
right
right?
now.
Should we ask the Zoomers if they have any questions?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, you can also save your EndNote database to a different file just in case.
Oh.
So
Yes.
backup.
Yes. Yes.
Like what format would that be?
It would be in EndNote format.
Okay.
So only EndNote as an application could open that.
Save a copy.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save
If
a
Sandy were
copy.
here, she would say, save a copy there.
Yeah.
What's the percentage of faculty that uses EndNote?
You're looking at me because I have no idea. No, I don't know. I mean, a lot of them, we had two who came on Wednesday night to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So some, and well, actually three. And there's some who, recommended their students that they use it, but they themselves don't really use it or need to because maybe if they're working with students on papers, the students are doing some of that heavy lifting, so they might not necessarily need to do it. And then there's Dr. Lee, who could do a semester on it, you know what I mean? He's awesome, so.
How could you not use it?
Some people really don't, and it's kind of, and I guess there's other kinds of software too that does the same work, but I'm not familiar with them. I don't even think I know anything.
Yeah, I never.
There are free ones.
The Google add-on is what I used to use, but it wouldn't always look as clean and not
Yeah.
be exact.
Well, thank you. I mean, anybody got any other questions for
Okay,
this
so
one?
EndNotes is available to us free as a student, and then God willing, we graduate.
I think it's once you have it downloaded, it's there. Maybe the updates later on.
Yeah, you might not get the updated version.
Yeah.
Oh. Question?
Yes.
It's-
Hi, I'm Rana. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to know if you have like number of references in the library and that you want to delete all of them. Can you do it all at the same time or do you have to do it one at a time?
If you want to delete the multiple references,
Yeah, if you have like number of references that you have put it in the library by mistake or say, and you want to delete them, so do you, can you do it like all at the same time or do you do it one at a time?
no, you just highlight them. Highlight the references that you want. Is that-
How,
Control the selected ones.
Sorry?
Hold on, control the selected ones.
how do you
If you want to delete the whole thing, you just highlight the whole thing. If you want to delete the citations, then you can hold on control the article you want to delete.
Yes. So let's say that you want to delete those that are like, you just select them and just press delete or and then move references to crash and then they go to crash and then you can delete them as well.
Answer your question?
I think I have the older version because I can select only one at a time. So
Oh, to select multiple ones, you have to hold on control.
Yeah. Hold on the control.
how do you select multiple ones?
And make sure you have the list.
You keep pressing control, just hold on control, and then select all of them. All of them can do that. Yeah,
Got it.
hold on control, and then select the article.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other Zoomers questions?
Yeah, I have a quick question. This is Aaron.
Hi,
So I've already started document, and I was using EndNote, and it was giving me too many problems.
Mhm.
So I gave up on EndNote, and I started just putting in references manually.
Okay.
And then Dr. Lee told me that I should put all of my references in EndNote because I guess some of them were incorrect the way I was citing them.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how to now put all of my references into EndNote since they're mixed up. Some are EndNote, some aren't.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean, and if you have the PDF folders of all your references, just do the PDF handling and just add them to the folder so they go to your EndNote library. And from
Okay.
I mean, you have to go one by one and go to your documents and just change the phone number and just go there and choose the reference and import it to your Word documents.
So then once I upload them, all the files, I have to go one by one to each place that I cite it in order to like link it to that exact one.
Yes, I know. Maybe I don't know how long is your paper. I mean, yeah, that's the way you do it. Because like basically, if you are using EndNote from the beginning, it's kind of very useful. But I mean, now you have to go back, and it's kind of like when you organize and then because one of the benefits from EndNote, if you are going back and you want to add a new sentence at the beginning in the introduction, or you want to add some citation at the beginning, you don't have to go back and manually do it by hand and change the references, right? So basically, once you add a new articles in there in the beginning, kind of EndNote fixes it for you. So the order changes automatically based on your writing it, your rights.
So basically, there will be some pain involved in going back and doing this, but ultimately it'll pay off for you.
Yeah, but a good approach if you have the PDF file is just import the PDF into EndNote first. If EndNote could not find or could not find the file, so you have to probably look it up on the PubMed or whatnot for those references.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else for Zoom?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, for your presentation. It was so helpful. I'm a Mac user, and when I do, when I need an in-text citation, I have to go to references, insert selected citation, right?
Uh-huh.
It gives me the in-text citation, then the reference citation with a background of the article.
Okay, so you have to change the style of the reference. So if you, I can pull it up here.
It's APA.
It's APA 6.
Use the 6th version.
The 6th edition.
So insert view to. So and let me add before I'm gonna answer your question. For Mac users, because sometimes you have the bar in there, sometimes you don't have it. So if you go to view, sidebar, it shows the EndNote in there. And I already have it somewhere.
View and then what?
Sidebar, toolbar, sorry, toolbars, and then it says EndNotes in there. So you have the bar there to choose from.
Got it.
Okay, and from there, so you select, you insert selected citation. So from here, change the style. Try to use other ones. So maybe here, because APA 6 sections. So to make sure to choose APA 6 edition. Or choose number, so that fixes it for you. And if you don't have the bar, you go to Tools, gives you the same options, and EndNotes 7, and you have all the options here. Oh, sorry, I thought the screen is there. Okay, so if you go for Mac users, you go to Tools, and then says EndNote 7 in there. And you have all the options, the same options, more options than the ones in the bar. And just want to show you something here. If you go to configure what is it, the references?
Configure bibliography.
Yes, yeah, click on that one.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the one that I was showing you here, where you click on
Yeah.
this arrow, where you change the layout, you change the size of the references, the font, everything. You add the references, the word is there.
Why do you change the APA style or whatever we're using?
It's a drop down, isn't it?
Too many tools.
Using my paper, so I don't mess with it.
Good for you.
Okay, any more? Did that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done unless they have more questions. And
Is-
if you see me on campus, sorry, if you see me on campus, just stop me and or Lee, he's an expert as well. So just ask me anytime. I'm always here.
What version of Office are you using on your Mac?
11, I guess. Version.
How many Zoomers are there? How many people do we have online?
I think there were originally 3, but now we have 2.
Okay, good. All right, well, thank you to Ahmed, who's been just so incredibly giving
Thank
of his time and his
Thank you.
knowledge, which he always is. You know, so, and like you said, he will help you, even if he's not doing this, you know, just walking down the hallway. Ahmed! You know, no, not that, but.
Yeah, that's not helping.
That's
You
not
can-
helping, that's doing it.
You can give them
so.
out a fish or teach them a fish.
That's
You can
right.
feed them for a long
You're gonna give me a Starbucks.
Yes, he gets a Starbucks card, okay?
No,
That's what he said.
that's-
No, you are getting a Starbucks card, did you know that?
I didn't know
That's what
that.
I'm doing. Oh, yeah, that's on the horizon. Bye, you guys, bye, Zoomers.
Bye.
Bye. Can you get out? Kill them all, no, let's see. Okay, stop share, I guess. And there we are. And everybody sign a little sheet saying